Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and this is Pick a Card. Today's question, what are his or her intentions? So let us find out. I have 3 piles set out with 3 stones, and each pile includes 3 tarot cards and 1 oracle card. I will give you a description of what each of the stones means, and then I invite you to select a pile. Here we have fluorite. Fluorite releases negativity and provides emotional balance. So that's a good one. This one here is malachite. Malachite opens the heart to unconditional love. And here on pile 3, we have amber. Amber encourages decision-making and brings balance and patience. So this is pile 1 with the fluorite, pile 2 with our malachite, and pile 3 with our amber. I will put timestamps in the description so that you can jump ahead to your pile. And now I invite you to get calm, get quiet, see where your attention is drawn, and select a pile. Alrighty, let us start with pile number 1. This is pile number 1 with our fluorite. Let us see what we've got. Again, the question is, what are his or her intentions? Okay, wow, there are good intentions. There are some really good intentions here. Here we have the lovers. This is all about that true, deep relationship connection, looking for that deep love. It is right next to our 2 of Cups, which is about coming together in harmony. So this is looking fantastic. So intentions look really good. Looks like that he or she is looking for a long-term relationship. We've got our 10 of Swords here, though. Why is our 10 of Swords there? It is a representation of some stress, some overthinking, some, just being depleted and stressed out. So I'm wondering if your person might be coming off of a bad breakup, or perhaps your person has been single for a very long time and has been kind of doing some personal work, soul searching, that kind of a thing, and they're just kind of exhausted. They're ready to move on to the next stage, the next step, which would be a relationship. So this is kind of applying right now to a crush or a dating situation. If, however, this is a current relationship and you're just not sure where it's going, I think you have very positive things here, that it is for a lasting harmony. We've got the 2 of Cups, and again, that's harmony. Such strong love messages here. Our oracle card says, do not fear the unknown. Perhaps it is you who is coming off of a bad breakup or doing some intense kind of work on yourself, personal development, and this is asking you not to fear the unknown. But it does look like very good intentions. Let's get an endgame card and just get a little sum up of what we're seeing here. And for this, I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. So let's put it down for our end game. Get an idea. Whoops. End game is the Magician, creating a new relationship. Absolutely. That's what our Magician is for. Our Magician is all about manifesting and having the power to place a spark in a variety of different ways. So very well-rounded. Yeah, looking good. Looking real good. All righty. Now we are going to move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2 is with our Malachite. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so question is, what are his or her intentions? Well, it looks to me like he or she is ready to move on from something else, something that had happened in their past, whether or not that's a breakup with a previous relationship, something that they're ready to be just done with and start the next chapter. Notice she's looking back on this man who's at a gravesite and moving on. So something has died and you just have to move on. So again, this has nothing to do with actually dying. It just means about moving on to the next phase. So something has happened. Now here with our 7 of Cups, there's a little bit of confusion going on. A little bit of confusion. I don't think it's something dastardly like a lie or deception, but I just feel like there is a little confusion just trying to figure out what to do, where to go. So the intentions might be kind of clouded, but the intention is to move on, start a new chapter, still trying to figure out kind of what's going on. And then here we have the 8 of Cups, walking away from that confusion into the next step. Now, this confusion can sometimes be about a lot of choices. So your person might have a lot of different ideas or choices right now, maybe different suitors, that could be. But whatever's causing this confusion, whether it's a lot of people or just a lot of things in their life, I do believe that will be resolved, and he or she will walk away from that confusion feeling pretty strong. So I do think that there is it feels almost like a neutral intention right now. That this chapter closed, here are the choices and the confusion. Here's walking away from that confusion. She's walking away. Let's see what our oracle card is. It's surrender to the flow. So allowing things. So what this is telling me that he or she might just need a little time to walk away from being confused to feeling better. And you're going to need to go with the flow, not to be pushing this person. They are walking away from this. So it implies walking towards something better. We're going to do an end game card. This is going to give us kind of a sum up and get a little bit of a sum up of what we see here. So what's happening? What are the intentions? Okay, the intentions are good. The intentions are good. The intentions would be to grow a relationship. This is the Empress. So this is all about nurturing an idea, nurturing something, like obviously being a pregnant woman in most of the decks. It would be just like a baby. What's going on with the baby inside their mother? They're growing. They're being nurtured, clearly. I mean, that would be the symbolism for something. So in this case, with this question for you, this is about nurturing and developing the relationship. So I do think there are good intentions. I think that you need to be a little patient. I think something has just ended and it's a little confusing right now. And the message to you is surrender to the flow. It might be bugging you, like, I want to know, or it should be decided by now, or whatever. Surrender and say, all right, I got to go with the flow. Well, that looks pretty good. So good intentions. All righty. So next, we are going to move on to pile number 3 with our amber. Let's see what we've got. Okay. So the question is, what are his or her intentions? Well, I'm seeing that it looks like you can expect some communication soon. This is the Ace of Swords, and Swords is all about thoughts, ideas, communication. So being an ace, it is the beginning. So it is a new communication. So if you're not together and this is a crush situation or a dating situation, I think you can expect some new conversation or some continued conversation. This might be a new topic to talk about something, but I do see it moving forward with communications. I also see it here, the six of swords. This is about moving forward. It's about moving onward to a better place. Again, swords, communication. The problem, though, is, well, it's not necessarily a problem. The caveat is that this boat is moving pretty slowly. So sometimes that means you have to be patient. But I do see communication definitely coming in, and where it goes from that initial conversation might be a little bit slow. You might be feeling like a trickle of water, like it's still running, it's just trickling and dripping. Does that make sense? Next, we have our star. Now, the star, that's all about hope. That's all about finding the way. And oftentimes, too, it's about recognition. So, feeling good, success. So, what this is saying to me is that you need to kind of be ready to be a little patient, but also know that there is success on the way. So that will help sometimes with that, slow road there. Patience is a little bit of a challenge for most people. But this is to tell you that, yes, you can rest assured it will be moving in the right direction. Now, let's see what our oracle card says. Nourish the soul. So what this is saying to me in relation to the question and the other cards is that while this might be going slowly, you cannot lose yourself in the hope and dream and expectation or lack thereof if you're waiting for communication. You need to nourish your soul. That means that, yeah, you might be waiting a little bit, but what you should be doing is continuing to develop yourself. Do things that feel good for yourself. Spend some time watching your favorite movies, reading a book, hanging out with your friends, taking a bath, going on a walk. Some of the things, that nourish you. Be outside in nature. So don't forget to take the time to do that. I mean, that's very important. So let's get an endgame card. I want to see a little bit more of kind of like a sum up card about the intentions. Let's sum it up. Alrighty, the intentions are good. It looks like it's going to take a little give and take on both of your parts. You both will be working together. So now this isn't something like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to give all this, we're going to have this horrible traumatic thing, and then I'm going to do that. It doesn't have to be a traumatic help. It doesn't need to be some kind of overarching thing that affects your whole life. But this is about working together. Your person here, he or she might be slow because they're nervous, they're afraid, they're not confident. I mean, something, we don't know, something. And being able to work together, that's a huge, great foundation for a relationship, just no matter what. But when somebody else is feeling like they need reassurance or validation, and we all can need that at one time or another, or a lot more often than other, who knows? But this is saying you are going to need to work together to make that happen. But intentions look good. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this pick a card. I hope it was helpful. I am looking forward to seeing you again for another pick a card question. I want to remind you, I am on every day at 12 p.m. Central for my daily live stream with free live questions. So please come on over and visit me, hit subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when future pick a cards come up. All righty. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.